All right, I'm back. I remembered that I need to take the mass airflow sensor and its housing, this guy, off of the factory airbox. Jeez. You know, sometimes when you do this stuff too often, you really start to think, oh, I know what I'm doing, and you forget stuff that you really ought to remember. Anyway, I kind of liken Formula One to the military, if I'm honest, because you have to be, you know, peak of your form, you have to be fit, you're traveling all over the world, there's a definite, you know, element of danger, and that can be fatiguing. And, you know, it's a testament to, you know, to Lewis Hamilton's character, given how long he's been in the career. And, you know, when he started off, Formula One cars were still a lot more dangerous than they currently are. And, well, anyway, I think the bottom line is, when you're done, you're done. When I got out of the Marines, I was just done. And there weren't nobody or nothing, well, except for the government, of course, who could get me to go back into the Marines. I just wanted a different life, been there, done that, got the tattoo and the t-shirt, and I wanted out, I wanted the freedom. And you can't forget that Formula One drivers, they're not very free. You know, they got to weigh a certain amount, just like in the military. You got to be in different places, and, you know, hats off to the guy. If you're done, you're done, and it's better to, you know, just get out and stay out than to take up space for someone else who is motivated to stay in and, I don't know, become a general or whatever. That wasn't my, you know, becoming a general, because, you know, I got out as a lieutenant. Becoming a general was not my plight, and so it isn't what I did. And I think that it was what Daniel Ricciardo has decided to do, or I guess in this case has decided to not do. Oh man, again, stuff that you think you know is the stuff that you mess up because you get too arrogant in your car repairs and you just mentally start skipping steps. Let me realign this, and I will be back to the rest of this discussion. Just give me 2 seconds. All right. So speaking of Lewis Hamilton, sorry, got distracted. Somebody's walking their dog. Speaking of Lewis Hamilton, you know, a lot of people out there saying that, you know, signing Lewis Hamilton was a mistake. Lewis Hamilton is washed up, or even if he isn't a mistake. And I'm going against some super heavy hitters with this prediction. But I think not only is Lewis Hamilton going to do a great job at Ferrari, I think that Fred Vassuer might even push for Hamilton to win his 8th championship here. Hear me out. Ferrari, as a car company, has always been extremely conscious of the power of branding. So is Lewis Hamilton. As far as that, you know, as far as brand and image, Ferrari and Lewis Hamilton are a match made in heaven. Look at how Ferrari sent off Carlos Sainz. I think they gifted him an actual Formula One car and let him and his dad race around, and my gosh, the sign off, you'd have think the guy died, but he's not dead. He's just going to a different team. But my gosh, they really took care of the brand. I don't think that anybody who is a Carlos Sainz fan can really hate Ferrari at this point, because they showed that man so much respect and so much love and generosity on his way out. Yeah, they did fire him, but, you know, business is business, but they showed him a lot of love on the way out, and I think that they are going to be able to retain the Carlos Sainz fans, and then they're also going to gain the Lewis Hamilton fans. And let's face it, there are a crap load of those, and they are fanatical. Now, I'm I'm a Lewis Hamilton fan, but I've always been like, just because you're, famous and very skillful doesn't mean that you're flawless. So, I've never really idolized anybody. I don't mind saying it. The person that I look up to is Jesus Christ. That's my own personal choice. We can talk about that if you want to in some other video. But, Hamilton's not perfect, but he's going to do, I think he's going to do a great job. I think he's going to do a great job. And why on earth wouldn't Fred Vassuer absolutely want to put his name on the event of Lewis Hamilton winning his 8th title? It's not an accomplishment that comes around easily. And I think Fred Vassuer will be long gone from this world by the time somebody else would be able to enjoy that same feat. Having a driver who wins his 8th. Also, if he can be the one to be with Lewis Hamilton or to be his team principal and he wins the 8th and pull Ferrari out of their championship-less slump, oh my gosh. He'll be a legend forever. I think he's already, one of the more liked team principals on the grid, but why not capitalize on this opportunity? Where does that leave Charles Leclerc? Well, Formula One is a very brutal sport, and if my theory is correct, and if that is the route that Ferrari wants to take, Charles Leclerc, unfortunately, how old is he? 26? If I'm right, Charles Leclerc is just going to have to suck it up. And I'm not going to say be a passive driver. I think they're going to battle. I think they're going to battle a lot. And, if Lewis Hamilton doesn't come out of the gates just smoking hot, there's no guarantee that he's going to be the principal driver. So, we're going to have a lot to see in 2025. But if we find that Lewis Hamilton is even back to a 95 percentile of his championship form, he might just be the lead driver that Fred Vassuer is going to hang the mantle of his career on, hang the trophy of his career on the mantle. It's going to be his guy. It's going to be his guy. All right. Did I put this car back together correctly? I don't know. There's a way to find out, though. Bum, 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 bum. I don't think I need the steering wheel. You know what? Let me put the camera. Let's put the camera over here so you can see the magic. If there is any magic to be seen. Audi. Audi. Oh, come on. Starts. That's good news. I'm fairly flexible, but I got on the layers, and in this protective little work overalls, you don't get a lot of flexibility, so I look terrible getting in and out of that car right there. And it is a small car. I'm 6'1", and this car was not made for 6'1", 200 and something pound individuals, but I made it work. So guys, I think that's it. I think that's it for now. Unless a whole lot of other stuff happens, this might be my Formula One video for the week, because I'm still working on that Wreckfest car show video, and maybe that will be the Monday video. Now there's still a ton of stuff. There's still a ton of stuff to talk about with Formula One. I would like to do a deep dive into Valtteri Bottas's regrets with Sauber. I'm definitely going to be following the Checo Perez story to see where he ends up. And while I'm not a Mercedes fan anymore, and while I probably won't be a Mercedes fan anymore, I am dying to see how, where's my socket? There it is. I wanted to make sure it wasn't under the hood. I'm dying to see how Kimi Antonelli and George Russell, how that plays out. If there's anything that Mercedes did right with this whole fiasco, and I don't think that there is much that they did right with this whole fiasco, it is making sure that they got Kimi Antonelli, because I think that is going to be an absolute brilliant thing to watch, just for the spectacle, just to see. Oh, sorry, real estate signs. I'm a realtor. Let me know if you need a house in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. Happy to help. Anyway, we'll take this Miata for a little drive later. But I would absolutely love to watch that battle between Kimi Antonelli and George Russell, see who comes out on top, even if it's just for exhibition purposes, like a boxing match that doesn't count. Anyway, that's it. Thanks for watching. This has been the Petrol List. I have been Dalton, and you have been great. I'm out. Keys.